Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu. Votre chaîne 100% chrétienne qui vous offre des talk shows encourageants pour apporter une étincelle dans votre vie.
Pourquoi pas devenir own boss? La méthodologie pour pouvoir trouver une solution à ça.
Exactement. Souffrir du cancer dans un premier cas, vous pouvez aussi faire une récurrence du cancer.
Des moments de divertissement. Des temps d'enseignement et de prière pour soutenir votre croissance spirituelle et entretenir la flamme de Dieu dans votre cœur. De l'actualité, non seulement pour nous tenir informés, mais aussi pour nous sensibiliser sur les réalités du monde autour de nous. Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia, Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Bethel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer. Good evening everyone, how you guys doing today? We are Friday. Welcome to Etincelle. Yes, Etincelle is your new TV show that is going to bring you new and amazing, fabulous people here to testify. Yes, because Etincelle actually means sparkle in English. Yes, light. Yes, try to be able to enlighten someone, whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's you and your friends, family, and everyone around the world. Yes, Etincelle is here to be able to help you that is going through so much, from the dark place, from where you are standing, not knowing who you are, where you're going, what is really and truly going on with you, and then receive this Etincelle, this light, sparkle, and be able to bring you out of there and be able to find out exactly who you are, where you're going, what's going on, and it's finally clear. Yes, Etincelle is here for you, and I'm truly your host. Yes, and be able to present to you so much more. So today we are going to be talking about a new subject, which I'm going to talk to you more about it just after this break. Come back to us, yes, and don't go anywhere.
I'd rather let it be with God. The heart of the Almighty God is touched by your situation. Say, my word is true. My word is perfect. There are certain things God will never change. It has happened already. But the future is in. It's just behind, in front of you. You need to leave. God say, let it be. Let it be with God. Better let it be with God. All the youth, let it be with God. Yes, let it be with God. Jesus, let it be with God. Yes, let it be, let it be with God. Let it be with God.
Welcome back, you that is watching me today. To you and your family, good evening. Yes, once again we are Friday and it's time for a sparkle. It is time for Etincelle. Yes, the show has been created for you to be able to enlighten you today. And my name is Gracia Susuzande. I am the spiritual daughter of Apostle Myline Bila de Progrès et de Prospérité. Yes, she is currently watching me right now. So good evening to you, Apostle, and sending you all my love and kisses. To all the Betelia Loiseaux who are watching me right now, good evening to you as well. You that's watching me right now, if you can please help me by sharing this video, the show right now, as much as you can, so we can be able to create a bigger audience, and so you cannot be the only one receiving the light or the enlightenment or even that sparkle, but so that your friends and family can receive it too. All right, so just before we begin, I would like to recap on something, because today, yes, I am alone and I'm bringing light, something different from the things that we've been doing a couple weeks before. As you all know, I did receive some young people who came to enlighten us about something amazing, but today it is completely different. Yes, today we're coming with a title. It says the next right thing. The next right thing, what is it really? All right, what is the next right thing? And I will come and detail everything about it on the journey. So stay tuned. Take a seat, take your glass of water, popcorn, whatever it is that you need, so you don't have to move anymore. All right, let's begin. This year, as you all know, I mean, for those who knows, who are obviously Beteloise that I'm greeting right now, it has been declared the year of prayer, which we are prayer, where the chapter is in 1 Corinthians 4, and I'm going to be talking about it more in detail. But it says the title was the emergency of prayer. The emergency of prayer. What is it really, the emergency of prayer? If I have to go on my notes and try to define truly what emergency of prayer means, I will start by saying emergency. Emergency is a serious, something that is serious, unexpected, and often dangerous situation that requires immediate action. Right? I don't know if you got me right now, but I can repeat again. A serious matter, right? Unexpected and often dangerous situation that requires immediate actions. Right? And I'm quickly gonna go on the next one, prayer. Prayer. What is prayer? Most of us who are believers pray but don't really know how to define prayer. Prayer means a solemn request to help or expression of thanks addressed to God. That is what prayer is. But prayer can also be a key to unlock something,
to unlock greatness, to unlock happiness. Prayer is a communication, but I can go further into details. But as you all know, last week I did welcome some youngsters, and among them I had the pleasure to welcome Daniela Bila, who quote one day in our church where she was giving the exhortation. She said that prayer is like a letter that you're writing to your God. Prayer is like a letter that you write to your God. That is what prayer is. It connects you and your God. Prayer is so much more. It's like a weapon, that I can possibly say as well. And so, if I have to continue, this will lead me to talk about Jabez. Jabez was a child who was born in pain, right? And the reason why I'm talking about Jabez, because it was the story that has been given to my apostle, who spoke about him in particular because of the subject that's been given to us, year of prayer, the emergency of prayer. Jabez was a child who was born in pain. Her mom gave birth to him in pain. So everything about him was pain, right? So he felt rejected. He got rejected. I mean, misjudged possibly as well. But he was not feeling blessed. He was not feeling bad. Everything about him didn't feel like a blessing. I mean, he felt like he was limited, that he could not stretch, go further. He felt like the hands of God was not upon his life. He felt like, that God was not there. And that he felt like the pain could not stop. It kept on continuing to grow, and he had enough. One thing that Jabez was definitely doing is crying to the Lord, praying to the Lord, because for him that was the key to be able to unlock something, to be able to change something, for God to remove the pain and possibly even change his life. Jabez had enough, and so he used prayer as a weapon to be able to cry unto the Lord, to voice out his voice, so that God can do something within his life, and possibly deliver him. All right. And the Apostle Marlene told us also that there is different type of style of prayer that you can use when you feel like nothing's happening. You feel blocked. You feel like doors are not opening. You feel like there's no way out. You feel like you can literally feel the oppression within your life. You feel like the oppression is literally around you, surrounding you. That the evil is right there. And that's how Jabez felt. He felt like there was no way out. Even though he was a good one among his brothers, he was the one always doing right. But something was not right. Some doors were closed, and he had to use something, and he used prayer. One of the styles that you can use, as I mentioned, is the one that you can lay down on the floor. Lay on the floor and pray to your God and ask for him to change something. You can use the other style of putting yourself on your knees. Be on your knees for hours and hours, and crying, really voicing out your voice, so the Lord, who is sitting upon his throne, can look down on you and say, who is the one who is shaking my throne? Who is the one who is currently right now shouting and wants my attention? You can choose to possibly not even eat or drink. You can possibly try to fast as much as you can, as long as you can, so you can be able to obtain exactly what you're asking your God. Jabez was determined. He was consistent. He didn't want to stop because he wanted something to change upon his life. The emergency of prayer. One thing that my apostle always tells me is that when you need something, when you desire something and you really want it, you need to humble yourself. Humble yourself as much as you can to show God that I am nothing without you. That if you do not help me, no one else can. If you do not take me out of this situation, if you do not change something within my life, then nobody else can. That you, my Lord, you are the one who is holding the key to be able to change my circumstance. And that's exactly how Jabez felt. Jabez felt like, who else can help me if not you, Lord? He went on and on. He cried again and again. He didn't stop until he got exactly what he asked. Him and I, or us, we're not really different. The thing about him, the only difference is that he was consistent. He really opened up. One of the things that us nowadays, or even in our everyday life, we don't really do. Sometimes what we do is we need something so bad. We really do, but we can't seem to humble ourselves. Sometimes soften your voice. You need something for your mom. Sometimes you just need to humble. Sometimes what you need is just to calm down a little bit and be able to ask in the right way to be able to obtain that. And so in the journey of me being Apostle Mylene Villa de Progrès et de Prospérité's daughter, the key verse, as I said, that we're using currently right now is the 1 Corinthians 4. And I think there's a reason why it has been declared, the year of prayer. Because prayer is powerful. Prayer can change things. And I can definitely continue on that. But I will come back to you just in the space of 2 minutes. So you can be able to sit comfortably once again in your chair. So we can continue and develop exactly this title of the next what is the next right thing to do. We're coming back to you in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Bien-aimé, regarde à tout ce que Dieu t'a donné. Et ne pense pas à ce que tu n'as pas encore reçu. Et tu verras que d'un cœur aimant et sincère, tu pourras lui dire merci.
Pour ce don merveilleux qu'est ma vie.
Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. La bonne nouvelle en tout temps et en tout lieu.
Brother, let it be with God. Let it be with me, says the Lord. Let it be. Oh, let it be with God. Yes, the voice of God is speaking now. Receive your healing. Receive your healing. Receive it. Just believe and receive. Just believe and receive. Just believe and receive. Receive your healing, your deliverance. Hallelujah. The heart of God confiance en toi maintenant. Seigneur, que les familles se réconcilient. Que les vies changent pour la gloire de toi.
Yes, so welcome back to you that is watching me today. Yes, thank you so much for connecting, for sharing, for just leaving a comment in this show today. Thank you for just being there and be able to connect encore again with us today. Oh yes, in the subject that we chosen today, or I've chosen today to be able to speak to you, is the next right thing to do. The next right thing. What is it really? I've spoke to you about Jabez, who was a pain. I mean, his name meant pain. His mom gave birth to him in pain, and this is why she felt the need to give him that name. But that name, as any other name, tend to just have a meaning and follow through, have impactation into someone's life. And it's the same way he felt. That name really impacted his life in a way that he felt the need to cry up to the Lord. And that's exactly what I kind of explained in the first part. And I said to you that Jabez voiced out his voice. He cried to the Lord so the Lord can hear him. And that's a situation that we are going through right now in our context of today. We are going through, globally, we are going through a lot. We are going through something that we never thought it would probably come back again. A pandemic. this virus has really infected our life, has infected our ways of living, ways of conducting ourselves. This virus has touched us and even took life of the people that we love, right? And so in this in this title of the next right thing, what I wanted to say is that usually this word comes within our life when we are going through something, a storm, going through problems, situations, things that are really complicated and you can't seem to come out. But usually most people tend to think of the thing to do next, something when they're in this situation. They are still in it, but they're already thinking what to do next. They're already thinking how to come out of it while still being in the storm. Is that the right thing to do? That's most people what they do as well. They tend to wait until the situation has calmed down, and so they can be able to move forward and be able to find what is the next right thing to do. But sometimes they just move with their mindset, they move with their head. They don't question really and sit down what is the next right thing to do. And this is why I wanted to come back to our context of today. Let's talk a little bit. Let's have a communication, me and you today. You will know exactly what is happening of the global situation. I mean, we know how this situation is really taking over. This virus is taking over our life. If we have to compare and really trying to think about the life that Jabez had, just like him, he was going through things. He was going through trouble. It's the same thing that we are currently going through as well. I mean, let's think about the four things that he felt within his life. He felt like he was not blessed. He felt that he was limited. He felt like the hand of God was not on his life. He felt like he was not protected. How do you feel today? Do you feel that you are blessed? Do you feel that you are protected? Do you feel like you can stretch out? Yeah, you can that you're not limited. How do you feel currently right now in the situation that we are going through? Do you feel like the hand of God is upon your life, upon our life? If we need to think globally, are we truly blessed? And when we're talking about blessing, what is it really? I mean, in our current situation, context, happiness can signify favor. Happiness can signify, happiness, blessing can signify happiness. Blessing can signify all the things that me and you have. I mean, when you talk about the youngster, we used to go whenever we wanted. You had the freedom, no limitation, to be able to travel from one end to the other. You had the ability to be able to eat whatever you want to eat. I mean, if you choose not to wash your hand, possibly you will do so. You had the opportunity, the will to go cinema whenever you want, to choose the timing, no curfew. I mean, you had the choice, the freedom to do whatever you want. Eat KFC. Right now KFC is closed. You had that blessing. I mean, parties, if you choose, you and your friend to gather on Friday evening to go restaurant or even go to a party, you will do so because you have the blessing to do so. I mean, church, let's talk about church. You could go to church whenever you want. You know, you knew the timing of your church. And if it's at 2 o'clock, then you know that you prepare yourself. You get ready and be able to go to church. And whenever it's finished, you had the choice to be able to stay back and probably socialize with your brother and sister in church. That is the blessing that we had. But do we have it right now? And I'm sure it is affecting you and I, affecting your family, affecting your brothers and sisters, affecting the world. Globally, this situation is affecting us, and it seems like the blessing has been taken away. The blessing is not on our side. Continue when it comes to the limitation. I mean, like I said, we could go in the area that we want. You could choose to go to Africa today if you wanted. Nowadays, no continent can go to the other. I mean, Africa cannot, for the ones who are in Africa, they cannot travel to Europe. For those who are in Europe, they cannot go to Asia. For those who are probably in Russia, they cannot come to London, for example, let's say. All the borders are closed, and that is to be able to protect themselves. How do you feel about your space? That don't you feel limited? And that's exactly how Jabez felt. He felt limited. Today we are confined in our homes. Today we are confined in the space that we usually always used to come out and in. But now, right now, you are in your home. You are in that space. And for those who have siblings, you now have to come back to the word that we spoke last week with the young. Respect. Respecting the space of your brother. Respecting the space of your siblings, because you cannot be outside. You cannot go to the park as you used to go, or just going shopping if you wanted to. But today, things are different. You are now limited. We are now limited. That's exactly how Jabez felt. The hands of God upon our life. Do you feel it? Do you truly feel the hands of the Lord upon our life? It's quite difficult to feel it. Some youngster from my church, one of the girls said to me not long ago, she said she feels like it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. She felt like that. How many are dying? How many are losing their lives that you know? You know, the hands of God is not being felt in our life, contextually speaking. And the protection, do you feel protected? Do you truly feel protected? Because the same way how Jabez felt not protected, that's exactly how we are. We today are not feeling protected. You can't seem to go outside because you don't know who's going to touch you. Or if someone tries to touch you, you're probably trying to defend yourself. I mean, you need now to protect yourself. But do you feel like God is protecting you? And that's something that we need to understand. Prayer. Prayer is the key that Jabez used to be able to unlock his life. Prayer is the things that we currently need as well to be able to unlock our life. You know, to be able to voice out, to shout out to the Lord so He can be able to hear you. How long or how do you truly shout to the Lord for Him to change the situation that we are currently facing? It is sad, but it's the reality. Things are not going as planned. Things are not as it used to be. Families are breaking. Situations are changing. In the same way how Jabez felt the need to reach up to God, I guess it's the same way how we need to feel to reach out to God as well. You know, this is what I'm talking about. What is the right thing to do? The right thing to do. What is the truth? You know, take the time to think. Take the time to understand, to analyze the situation, this global situation. We are still in the storm. We are still in this issue, in this problem, and it seems like it's not going away. Not currently, not now. You know, what is the next right thing to do? I need you to take a time just for a couple minutes, and I'll come back to you surely in 2 minutes, and give me your answer, or how you truly feel about it. Thank you, and let's chill.
I'd rather let it be with God. Let it be with me, says the Lord. Let it be. Oh, let it be with God. Yes, the voice of God is speaking now. Receive your healing. Receive your healing. Receive it. Just believe and receive.
Yes, we are back. I hope that you are still connected. And then you talk a little bit of all the things that we spoke about. But for those who are not connected and you just joined me, my name is Gracia Susuzande, and I am one of the spiritual daughter of the one and only Apostle Mylene, Bila de Progrès et de Prospérité. Yes, she is my mentor, my mom that I love dear and close to my heart. But and then let's continue on the subject of today, which is the next right thing. What is the next right thing in the global situation that we are currently facing? I mean, we spoke about Jabez. We said that his name meant pain, that everything about him, that name used to affect him. We said that he felt the need to cry to the Lord, to shout to the Lord, to tell God that, hey, I need you to change something here. But the way he had this style, he had this way of shouting to the Lord, to cry and say, help me. I need you to step in right now. I need you to change something right now within my life. I need you to bless me because I'm not blessed. I need you to enlarge my surrounding because I feel like I'm limited. I need your hand upon my life because I feel like your hands is not there. I need your protection so I don't longer feel the pain, and that's exactly what is happening within our context, where the blessing that he's talking, it can be defined as favor, as happiness, the joy. Right now we are not happy and we do not feel the joy within our life because of this virus who is really impacting our life and changing things around. All the loved ones that we love so dear are dying, are in a coma. I mean, we're so scared, we're fearful of the situation, the global situation. I mean, we feel like the things that we love to do, we cannot do them anymore. We don't feel the blessing. We also said that we do not feel like we're limited because we cannot even travel. The travel is not happening. For those who are living in north cannot go to west. The ones who live in west, they cannot go to south. Unless maybe for the little things, for those who actually, working in the NHS, they have this timing where they can actually go out, buy the stuff that they need and come back home. We said that the protection of the Lord is not really there upon our life. Do you feel it? Because I don't. I do not feel it, And that's kind of similar to how Jabez used to feel. And it will be completely normal in understanding for you to feel the same. The hands of the Lord is truly there. Are we going towards the end of the world? All this question is coming within our mind. Just receiving a call. 1 second. Yes, Sister Coralie?
Hi, Sister Gracia. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want to say thank you for the show that you're doing, especially the team that you are tonight.
Yes.
It's really a true blessing for us, and I guess it's for everyone who is watching you at the moment.
Yes.
And because it's like a kind of encouragement as well,
and
it helps us to think about the future.
Yes,
so
true.
I just want to say thank you, and I just want to encourage you to continue to do that because while we are all in the house, I think it's really nice to have someone saying the truth, basically. So be blessed.
Oh, thank you so much, Sister Coralie. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, we just had our Sister Coralie who just encouraged me in this journey. And if you do feel the same, you feel like you want to voice out as well your opinion concerning this metal that we're going through right now, then why don't you just give me a call, and I'll probably gonna ask the regie to be able to put the number and be able to call. All right, feel free to call. Oh, Yes, sister?
Yes, hello. This is Apostle Miley.
Oh, good afternoon. Good evening, Apostle Miley.
Yeah, good evening. I praise the Lord for yourself first.
Thank you so much.
And I just want to greet all your viewers. Well, connect with you.
Yes.
I believe we were supposed to wait for you in the afternoon. Now we have you in the evening.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, but anyway, yeah. I'm watching for your show, which is your topic is very interesting. The topic is very interesting, and thank you to honor me once.
It's breaking a little bit. What did you? Can you repeat, please?
Oh wow, maybe where I am.
Yes.
I just wanted to encourage you because you are trying all your best to attract and to call all the youth attention. And at this confined time, at this very moment, it is very important.
Yes.
So loud, strong, and stronger your voice. Loud it as much as you can.
Yes.
Don't stop. Be strong enough, keep it up, and may the Lord bless you.
Thank you so much, Apostle. May God bless you for calling. Thank you.
Okay, bless you.
Oh yes, you just heard it from herself, my mentor, and she's blessing every single one of you that is watching us currently right now. Thank you again. And so let's continue on the subject of the next right thing to do. The next right thing to do, what is it really? Right now that we are going through the things we're going, and after nominating and mentioning all the things I just mentioned right now, and how the similarity that Jabet had, that we are going through right now, I would say that right now the rules is important to follow. When I'm talking about rules, I'm talking about the sanity. It's been said to us that it's important to be able to wash our hands. That it's important to be able to eat well, to sleep well, to be able to interact with each other within our homes. Yes, I've heard so many of the youngs who are telling me it is so boring at home. If it's boring, be creative. Create something with your siblings. Try to bond with them as much as you can. Try to come up with, if there's something that you never used to do. I mean, you wanted probably to develop a skill that you never had time for. Why not taking this time to be able to, to invest yourself in it? To invest yourself, because as soon as we come out of this confinement, at least you say to yourself, hey, I've done something within this time. I actually, developed something within this confinement. Why don't you try to come closer to your family, to your mom, to your dad? Try to get to know them a little bit more than you used to. You understand that probably your dad likes, I don't know, dancing. That your mom likes probably, I don't know, making jokes with you, and probably sit down and have this family moment that you couldn't done it before, but now that you have the opportunity to stay at home, why not exploring it? Currently right now is be able to work on yourself, investing in yourself. Go further and push yourself in the time. Why not doing some gym? Exercising. It's been asked to exercise. Exercise at home. Do some push-ups. Schedule yourself. And you see that you actually create a better you. Your ultra ego, And coming down to the Bible side, when it comes to Jabet, I will say that the things to do right now is to be able to spend time, at least 5 or 10 minutes in the presence of the Lord. Prayer is key. And it doesn't mean because you're 5 years old or because you are 10 or maybe older. Prayer has no age. And the time that you are actually together with your family, why not finding that special time to be able to come together along with your mom and dad and probably your siblings and be able to pray together? The Bible says, where 2 or 3 gathered, the Lord is there. He will surely answer your prayer. And the thing that I wanted to say as well, that prayer may be able to bring happiness within your homes, to enlighten your house, to enlighten your heart, to change something within you. Because prayer has the capability to do so much. Even the things you cannot possibly imagine, prayer is the key. And what I also wanted to say, according to myself, according to Etincelle, because Etincelle is here to be able to enlighten you. Etincelle is here to be able to bring something and make you understand something that you never used to see before. Etincelle wants us to be able to stay positive. Positive in this time. Positive, why? Because positive, when you think positive, you attract positive. Right? To know that even within the storm, you can come out. Right? That everything is possible to the one who believes. Because I believe that you are a believer. And even if you're not, you have a sense. And the Lord can possibly be able to touch that as well. What Etincelle would like to advise you as well, to be able to make as much noise as possible. In the time that we are confined, the time we are locked up in our homes, this is the time to make as much noise as possible. So you can be able to shake the chair of where the Lord is sitting on. So where he's sitting, and can be looked down and see, who is this family who is calling upon me right now? Who is this person who is shaking my throne? Who is this person who needs me right now? And be consistent. God-like consistency. Be consistent in your prayer. Be consistent in what you're looking for. Be consistent in the love, in the communication, the connection that you have with the Lord. Be perseverant. Do not give up in your journey with the Lord. Be hopeful, because prayer equals hope. A person that prays is a person who has a hope. Be hopeful in this time. Etincelle is advising us, advising you to be hopeful. And be able to communicate that hope as well to your neighbor. I mean, the same way the virus can contaminate you, and affect you. You as well be that person who has that hope, and be able to share it as well with your neighbor. You know, pass it through. Let your surrounding be hopeful. Let your house be hopeful. And the same way that Jabez went through the hard time, like I said, we are going through this hard time as well. And the next right thing to do is to be able to cry to the Lord and to shout as much as possible so the Lord can hear you. But the thing also is that to be able to develop a sense of hearing, you can only don't wait. How would I say that? Not just wait, but when you pray, take the time to actually just maybe sit down quiet in the presence of the Lord, so you can possibly maybe hear him. Because the relationship that he's asking us is not just a one-way relation, but it's a two-way relation. So when you speak and you're communicating to the Lord, let him as well communicate with you. He has multiple ways to do that, whether in a dream, whether it's just within, your heart. He's probably speaking to you through your ear, in your ear. He's always going to use or do something to be able to communicate with you. If it's not with your family, probably family member, he'll be able to do that. Nothing's impossible to the Lord. And so I really wanted to communicate you that, and be as much as you can humble. Humble is everything. L'humilité précède la gloire. You know, humbleness precedes glory. When you're humble, oh, God can do so much. When you're humble, he knows that my daughter, my son can hear, can listen. The same way I went through my situation, because if I have to give a short testimony, I could also say that I went through the same situation that Jabez went through. You know, I had my trouble and tribulation. I felt like I was limited. I felt like I didn't feel blessed, that I didn't have the protection of the Lord upon my life. I felt like he was not around me. And that was for 11 years. But suddenly today, now that I understand things better and understand the way of how to be able to unlock something, which is prayer, I understand that prayer is the key. I understood that shouting to the Lord and using specific method of style of prayer to be able to unlock that has truly helped me. And I pray that you too use it to be able to unlock something within your life. Don't stay still. This time has come and this time will go. Another era will start. Something new will start. And I pray that you go forward, that you do not give up, that this time is just gonna pass. It will not stay longer. Not too long, I hope. Because I am hopeful. And I know that the Lord will surely help us to go through this storm. My name is Gracia Susuzande, and I was your host of Etincelle, the spiritual daughter of Apostle Mylene Bila de Progrès. And I greet and thank every single one of you who had the time to connect and to be able to share this show today. And I'm looking forward actually to meet you again, to see you again next week, possibly maybe Friday. So stay connected. Thank you so much for everything, and may the Lord bless you again and again. Thank you so much.
Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's me, your girl Gracia Susuzande. Of course, you know me from this amazing, beautiful videos on YouTube, doing all these tutorials for you guys. And also, why not on Miss Africa GB 2018 and Miss Congo 2018? Well, right now I'm coming with something fabulous. I would like to present to you your new TV show, which is going to be called Etincelle. This show is going to be happening every single Friday at 7 p.m. on Bethel TV. So you probably want to find out why Etincelle. Well, Etincelle is a French word for sparkle. For Etincelle, I would like to bring light into someone's life from the dark place where they are, not knowing really who they are and where they're going, or trying to bring them into the light to really wanting to find out and get to know exactly who they are. And with that, I'll be inviting amazing people who got amazing testimony to be able to help you that is going through so much, that you feel like your life is so blurry, that you don't really know your self-identity. These people will be able to help you as themselves have gone through that, you know. So my message to you today is that God has your back. He got you and will not let you go. That you can come from somewhere and go somewhere. Etincelle. You can now catch me live on Facebook, on Bethel TV, sharing the gospel around the world. Every single Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Connect yourself, don't miss it, as this is going to be a life changer.
Nazo mituna Mungu na monini nalobi nanga